Jackson has already been on lots of big hikes. He's done the south rim of Big Bend and climbed the highest peak in Texas. So I wanted to make earning his hike patch a little bit different. This time, Jackson wasn't just a hiker, he was the leader for the hike. And as it turns out, he'd come away from this hike learning more than just about hiking. Every hike starts the day before with a good plan.
Colorado?
No, not Colorado. Colorado Bend State Park.
A good leader doesn't just show up and hope everything works out. He prepares.
Click on trail maps, trails map.
Before we ever stepped onto the trail, Jackson studied the route, learned where we were headed, and started thinking about how to get everyone there safely. So what were you thinking like when you got to the trailhead?
This is gonna be crazy. I have to lead 9 people, 3.5 miles. I have no clue where I am.
Yeah.
I've never been here before. I've never done this.
Yeah. So were you a little bit nervous about it?
Yes.
Yeah. Part of being the hike leader is also remembering there are people who are slower than you. So every now and then you got to check on people and make sure they're still with us, right? Okay. I sure am glad that
Looks like a marshmallow.
it's pretty much flat the whole way, just a little up and down until the very end. Are you sure we're on the right trail still? What color were the trail markers supposed to be? Was everyone always following your lead?
No.
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 Sometimes you got a little bit frustrated. Why?
Because Emmy is always the leader, and she, even though you told her this is like the hike that I do, she still tried to get ahead of me.
Think
about that a little bit more before I come back.
Dad,
Yeah. She's used to being at the front, right? She kind of likes that responsibility of being the pace setter. That you don't try to take charge when you're not the one that's supposed to be in charge. But this time was a little bit different for her. So it was kind of hard for her to change and to shift into that follower role, okay, and let you to be the leader. But you got a little bit frustrated about that because you were supposed to be the leader and she was trying to get ahead of you sometimes. What I want you to realize is that leadership often gets challenged. Just because you're the designated leader doesn't necessarily mean that people are always going to follow you. In fact, a lot of times when you're the leader, people don't want to follow you. Why do you think it is that people don't want to follow others?
Because they want to do what they want to do and not what you're supposed to do, kind of.
In fact, do you think maybe sometimes people don't want to follow God? They don't want to follow His words in the Bible? Because why?
They want to do what they want to.
They want to do what they want to do. That's
'Cause-
basically sin. Sin is doing what you want to do instead of what God says to do. Now let's go back to this idea of getting frustrated about someone trying to take charge instead of you being in charge. Okay? What I want you to remember is that you can't, even though you're a leader, you can't control other people, right? All you can do is control yourself and be a positive role model, a positive leader, someone that others will look to your example. Sometimes leadership isn't about saying, "No, Emmy, I'm the leader, you stay behind me." Instead, it's leading by example, right? Also, part of leadership is having a lot of patience, okay?
That's hard.
That's hard.
Very hard.
It's hard for parents who are leaders of children who don't always listen to us when we're the leaders. Crickets, crickets, right? But we have to have patience. And so what you need to learn as you're learning to be a leader someday in your home, you got to lead based upon the map, the Word of God. You've got to lead with patience. You've got to lead with focus on what the most important mission is. What was the most important mission of your hike that day?
To make it to Gorman Falls and back safely without losing a leg.
Or losing anybody, right?
Yeah.
Now, did that happen even though Emmy sometimes got in front of you a little bit every now and then? You still got everybody there, got everybody back safely. You did your job as a leader. But making sure that your whole group, everyone you're leading, gets to where they're supposed to be.
Which has a lot of pressure because it used to just be like me, you, and Emmy, which was only 4 people, so I knew what they were doing. But we have 2 young ones, and Emmy younger than me.
Mm-hmm.
And plus, I've never been there, so I don't really know where I'm going.
Now, you had a support group, right? The parents were there, and we were kind of in the background letting you lead, making sure nobody got lost, but you did feel that pressure. And what you need to understand is anybody who's a leader is going to have that pressure on their shoulders. And so we ought to thank God for people who are good leaders because they carry an extra burden in that way.
All right, bud. Good job. You made it all the way to Gorman Falls, led the whole group down here. We figured out some lessons about leading a group on a hike, about knowing where we're going, about reading maps. And it's such a very cool place down here. It's like a otherworldly kind of oasis, hidden away. You know, we've been walking through cactus and we've been walking through yucca plants and rocks and not a whole lot of beautiful greenery, although there are some flowers. It's springtime right now. Oh, you found some persimmons, yeah. But a beautiful Gorman Falls, and it's running more than it normally runs through the summer this time of year because we've been having a lot of rain. And I know this isn't maybe the best hike that you've ever been on, the longest or the hardest, but you led it. And I'm proud of you for doing that. Good job. So here is your hike patch. Good job, buddy. Later that evening, I happened to have all of the cousins together with us in the back of the truck. We got to a nice little overlook and decided to have a short devotional. We sang some songs and prayed some prayers. And I hadn't talked to Jackson about this beforehand, but I was very proud of him when he spoke up about the things that he was seeing in God's creation around him. I commended him later that night and helped him to realize leadership isn't about being the loudest. It isn't about bossing people around. It's not about always being first. Instead, leadership is about being prepared, knowing where you're going, staying patient when you're frustrated, helping others succeed, and setting an example that is worth following.
What would be the right thing to do right now? Yeah.
I knew I smelled dog poop.
So this patch won't just be a reminder that Jackson completed a hike. It's a reminder that he learned what it means to truly lead on the trail, and Lord willing, throughout the rest of his life.